Hello everyone and welcome back. I have another set of pencils for you. This was unexpected. This is the Castle Arts 48 Premium Soft Touch Metallic Pencils. I've had these on my wish list for a little while, and when I ordered my 50 Brute Funa pastels, this turned up as well, and it turns out that someone had ordered them for me from my wish list, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And again, just thank you for sending them. They also sent me some Prismacolors. I haven't decided what video I'm going to do about those because I want to do them justice. But we're going to talk about these ones today. So I've already unpackaged the outside of these because I was recording a vlog and showed these in the vlog. So it did come in a tightly fitting cardboard box, along with this was entirely wrapped in shrink wrap plastic. So it's very, very secure. And I do like that about Castle Arts. I have another set of pencils. I just have their normal black barrel pencils. I really like them. So I'd kind of seen this as an add-on set. And there's also a pastel set, but I chose the Brute Funas over that pastel set. So this one was the surprise. So in here it's a hinged case, and in the lid is them in colour order. And you get quite a lot in here. So there's a leaflet about metallic pencils. There is a swatch sheet. I haven't decided if I'm going to do this or just my swatch booklet that I normally use. But this is quite nice thick card. Help and support. This is the colour guide. This is everything they do, and it tells you what format it can be found in. And then create a metallic pencil illustration of a tiger in 6 easy stages. I'm not doing this, I'm not an artist, I colour. So, oops, that's upside down. Nice little protection sheet. Now this surprised me because the picture has them in black barrels, and here they are in silver. So that's going to be lots of fun trying to show you. In fact, it may not work. Let's just try. Okay, so Castle Arts metallic, and then we turn around. Bismuth crystal, and then the 022 MT. So these are quite a thin pencil, but I think the Castle Arts, these feels about the same as the other Castle Arts, and then it's just factory sharpened to a point, and the wood looks okay. So I'm gonna sharpen all of these before I swatch them properly and have a play anyway. There's a really nice range of colours in here. It's very, very heavy on the blues and the greens, but you get 2 trays of colours, and then in the bottom tray there are purples, pinks and browns. There doesn't really seem to be much in the way of reds. There are a couple of coppers, there's silver. Is that a black metallic? So what's this one? Mythos Black 12 MT. So yeah, it's not a comprehensive range of colours, it's just a sort of nice additional range. So yeah, I'm going to have a play with those. And there are so many videos on YouTube about what is the best metallic, and the Caran d'Ache, I think metallics came up way out of budget. Again, like with the pastel ones, I don't need that level of pencil. There are some, is it Caran d'Ache or is it Derwent? I've mixed up my brands. I watch so many colouring videos. Whatever it is, it's unnecessary for the type of colouring I do. Really unnecessary. So let's have a little go with these. Let's use the African Jade. So they do feel a little bit drier than what I'm used to for the Castle Arts, but these are packed full of mica, and it's what adds the shimmer. So it is a mineral, so it is going to dry things out slightly. Pacific green. But they are nicely pigmented and probably going to show best over black paper, but I don't have any black paper, and I don't think, oh, we got a bit of shine. The lighting's probably not the best because I'm kind of using indirect daylight. But anyway, I can see a good amount of sheen in real life. So I'm, again, going to swatch these. I say again, because I've also recorded the introduction to the Brute Funa ones at the same time. I'm pretty sure that one's going to go up first. I want to play with this one. Melange. Oh, that's a nice colour. So anyway, this is a lovely set of pencils again, and I am going to swatch these and play with these, and I will come back and let you know what I think of them. But I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with these because it's exactly the sort of colours I like. Heavy on the blues and greens and the purples. Always joyous to have more purple in my collection. And it is time for me to tell you what I think about my Castle Art metallic pencils. So they do live in this now. I don't use them in the tins. I only use the tins if it's a small single layer tin. And they live with my Brute Funa pastels. These are really nice. I really had a lot of fun using these. And I am in the middle of doing another mandala at the moment, but I just wanted to get this review tidied up and done because I do have a couple of other sets I want to talk about, and I don't want to do too much all at once, so I'm trying to remember what I'm talking about in which video. So the first thing I think I need to talk about is the colour range. So let me just pop these to one side, and I've got my colour chart. So this is a set of 48. My swatch sheet has 45, and there are 3 silvers and greys on this other side. One was a bit blue. So it's not a complete colour range, but the way I colour, it works. So if you are someone who does more picture things rather than just mandalas or patterns, this is a really good add-on set, I think, to add some highlights. As someone who does generally just do mandalas, they actually work pretty well as their own set, and I tend to colour with one set at a time rather than mixing and matching. It's just preference, so I've only got one pencil case out at a time really, and there is a nice enough colour range that I can pick these and do a complete mandala. But yeah, I wouldn't do a blue one because a lot of these blues, there is a bit of a variation, but if I'm colouring a mandala, there's not a huge amount. But if I want a blue, a green, and then a gold, and then a purple, there's enough distinct shades for me to use. So they are nicely pigmented. I do have the 120 Castle Art set, and comparing the texture of these to those, it is quite similar, but these obviously have the shimmer pigment in, and they can feel a touch drier and feel like almost they're dragging slightly on the paper, but they still have that underlying smoothness that the Castle Arts pencils have in general. But yeah, the pigmentation on these is really, really great, as it is with the Castle Arts, and it is a nice set. I've enjoyed using it. I'm still using it. So let me show you what I have coloured so far. So where is it? There we are. So this is just done with the Castle Arts metallics. I don't have any direct light, so I'm not sure how well the metallic sheen is going to show up. They're not blindingly metallic, but they are definitely different to normal pencils. There is a nice sheen when there is a light shining on them, and it's always going to be hard to pick up on camera. So some of the shades are smoother than others, which is just the case with every pencil that I've tried so far. So this almost bronze yellow shade was a lot firmer and more textured on the paper than the blue and the green, but they all give about the same amount of shimmer. So one thing I did notice with these that I haven't noticed with my other pencils is they didn't like to layer over themselves very well, and I can be a touch heavy-handed with my colouring, because I don't like going over and over areas that I've already coloured. But with these, you had to get that first base layer absolutely spot on, because you could see the lines where you had coloured over the top instead of it all blending together like some other pencils, like my Brute Fuda Squares. If you go over it, it just blends into the layer underneath it. These ones did not. So I kind of picked up on that as I moved out from the centre outwards. So I think my areas are smoother on the outside than they are on the inside. But yeah, they are just really nice. And as you can see, they work really nice doing a mandala. And I am in the middle. Oh, I've got the pencils in the book. I couldn't resist doing, like, I know it says geometric mandalas, but it's like jewels. So I couldn't resist. So I'm doing this one, which is, again, a lot of fun. The sheen is not necessarily going to come through. Breakages. The black, which is called Mythos Black, has broken once. And that's the only one so far that has broken. They do hold their point really nicely. In fact, they last a little bit longer than the Castle Arts, I would say, which are not themselves an overly soft set, even though they are soft touch, but they're not really, really firm. Anyway, yeah, so they do hold a point really well. I don't have to sharpen them a lot. So this ring of the burgundy, I only had to sharpen. I started here, so it worked around here, and only by the time I got here did I need to sharpen it. So that works. That is quite nice, so I can get into these nice little pointed areas without too much trouble. The silver is definitely, oh, it's called platinum, is definitely the driest feeling so far. And yeah, I will just point out that they are a silver barrel with white printed names and numbers, which isn't too bad on the other colours because you've got more contrast for the number but not the name. So there is just something to bear in mind. It can, especially if I'm colouring in the evening and I've got my overhead lights on, it can be quite awkward to see the name of these. But yeah, these are a really nice set of pencils to use. So this is the second mandala I'm colouring in. They've been a lot of fun. And yeah, that is the metallic Castle Arts pencils. So if you have tried these, I would love to know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all soon.